Good morning, this is Jim. Welcome to Sawlogs Plastic Hubs and welcome to another installment of Slop in the Shop. Folks, we've been busy just doing little stuff today. If you're new to the channel, the Slop series is just it's a vlog. It's little things we're doing. Maybe look outside, progress on the race car, working in the shops. I got a little bit of clips of things I'm doing for my toolbox and stuff like that. Not a lot of heavy machining. In fact, I didn't put a lot of machining that I did do on it, because it's basically cutting slots and drilling holes. I mean, it's something very basic. So basically, this is just that typical mixture, getting a little out there for the pigs to be fed, for the loyal subscribers who really enjoy this stuff. So we're still working on it, so there's a lot of little updates. The sheet metal tools, I made a whole bunch of them and sent them out. Actually, made about 8 or 9 of them and sold. They're all spoken for. I got one person here locally right at this time hasn't picked his tool up, but every one of them has been out there. The ones that's locally that's used them, that like them, I'm waiting on some feedback from the original one, stuff like that. We're getting ready for the racing season. We got less than 3 weeks to go. We got to put body in the car, decals in the car, type some loose ends, and we'll be ready to go racing. So we got a 2-day show at the end of February, and we got to get rolling. So outside of that, we're in pretty good shape on all that stuff. So get the cat, the dog, the kitties, the beverages, the popcorn and chips, and sit back and enjoy this little show. We'll come back and tell you goodbye at the end. Have a great day. Things before the trolls get fired up. Yes, I know you're supposed to cut angle iron the other way, but we're repurposing bed frame here. I'm going to use this piece of bed frame as an angle to mount my plastic Acro Mills thing to my work cart. I'm wanting to use that little storage container in my workshop, in my race car shop, and I'm not wanting to have a fixed workbench. I won't be able to roll stuff around. To do that, I'm using a tool cart that I got for Christmas. You've seen it in a couple of slops. So, with that being said, we're going to move right along here, and I'm going to saw this. And with these blades that I use, they're a little coarse, so I have to kind of hold it, and I'm missing a tooth or two on it. Well, I got through that pretty good. One thing I will quickly mention, I may have mentioned several slops beforehand. I got to measure this. I think I know how long. I may have to even walk back up there and check. But one of the things I like to mention at Everett's workshop in Canada, Everett Falk, he talks about getting material all the time, little stuff from different places. For a little light construction, my saw base is made out of this. Anything you want to use a little angle for, bed frames are really good. Now, mind you, they're very tough to drill. But I like using them because they're good and stout and strong, and because they built out a little better grade steel than regular angle iron for this lighter weight material, and you can get them really, really reasonable, free up to next to nothing. I bought a whole bunch of bed frames for like a whole bed system just to get the steel for $5 at a state auction. Throw the beds away basically. Sometimes you can find them in a yard sale for a couple of bucks. This particular one was a gift from my brother-in-law. So, we'll see. Okay, I'm going to see if I can let you watch here. I'll turn the camera around. Hopefully you can see. What we're doing is I already took some like degreaser and got a little of the dirt off. What I'm doing here, take a little brake cleaner and some Scotch-Brite. Before I do anything to this piece of bed frame, went out and made sure that after I cut it, everything was going to work good. I'm going to hit it a couple times with Scotch-Brite. This is an older, dirtier piece. I'm just using it to see if I can get some of the rust. And I'm just using Scotch-Brite as a, just to rough it up. This is more than another way to clean it, because this thing, you know, it's laid outside. I store metal outside, so I'm just sort of roughing it up. And I'm going to clean it up good. I'm going to hit it with another piece of cleaner Scotch-Brite. Then we're going to take it out and paint it. Let it set for a day. And then line all the holes up. So what's going to happen is I'm only using one piece here. This is going to mount on the leg of the workbench like this. The cart sticks out about this far, so that's going to mount the cart to the workbench. So all I'm doing is making me a tool, make my workbench a little more user friendly. Well, I'm going to continue cleaning this up and getting it ready for paint. And one thing I'm going to do, I'm working on a toolbox, and you seen me the other day cut this out, piece of bed rail. What I'm going to do is, this is one of the screws that's already on it. Instead of trying to line it up, I'm just going to cut a slot in it, so that the screw will set over the slot, you know, go around the screw. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to bore you, it's no real complicated milling. Alright guys, this is the piece that will go on the Husky crate here. This is the notch for the screw. And see, now I've drilled and lined up all the holes for the one side. Now I'm going to mark these screws, cut them off and fix them. And then we're going to repaint this whole thing again and let it dry before I put it on the box. Mainly just touch up the spots that's been marked and ground and all that. So just for the appearance, this is going to look like it was designed to go on that Husky box. So, you know, this is the bed rail. I may go back and grind the little notches off and stuff too. Little stuff, little finishing touches. This unit is ready. Excuse me. It's ready to go. I'm just letting the paint dry. I retouched up my paint on it. So that's ready to bolt onto the box. Then we have to move on to do what we need to do with the other side. So what I'm going to do is let this dry overnight, get good and dry, and come back and work on that later. So let's see, we've got all the holes. This is the slot for the screw. This is the holes that will mount it to the frame. And then what we're going to do is, once I mount this, then I can kind of line that other one up, and we can kind of work with it too. So it's a lot of little tedious work to get this on there. And this right here is just because of the extra width of that plastic container. Once it gets on there, that's good. I got something else I want to show you. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple quick things. This is a sheet metal tool I've recently made, and there's a video of it. Depending on how it turns out, my order of video release, excuse me just a second. This slot may be ahead or behind it. I made these up, and a few local racers has got them. I sent what got it started is made it up as a gift to a deserving YouTube creator, dirt track racer, and in Alabama, Brad Berry of Days of Dirt. We sent that down to him. He just got it. Actually, I've delivered and put it on my Facebook page, and then had to make several more for other people around here. And I actually sold them, you know, for a modest cost. This sort of cover my material cost. I'm getting good feedback on how the tools work. This is a camera mount for my video camera, so I can use the video camera handheld a little better besides using a strap. We can also hold it similar to a GoPro. This is a base off of a tripod that was destroyed, and so I could use the locking mechanism. So that's kind of what I'm doing with that. I'm working on another project you're going to be seeing some of today. It's going to be a plastic tool cabinet. I may have the video with sound with it. I had some issues with the microphone, so we'll see that in a minute. If not, I'll bring you up to speed here in a little bit. Okay, hope you enjoyed this. I have fun making these videos because it's just something I'm doing. I don't have to plan too much. I just grab the camera up and shoot. Quite honestly, my video style is probably different from a lot of people. I try to, on a project, plan the project around the video elements. It's just a lot simpler in the post-production for me. You know, I try to have a script or somewhat in my mind before I start shooting. I don't actually write it out, but I actually have a logical order. With that being said, these videos on YouTube are a copyrighted production of myself, James Dedman, and Saw Logs Plastic Hubs, for your entertainment, enjoyment, and some viewing pleasure. Comments are always welcome. Please take the time to make them. I try to get back to them. The beauty of the size of my channel is we can get to them pretty quickly. With that being said, if you're not a subscriber and you would love to be part of our family, hit the subscribe button, click the bell. If you don't, you just want to stop by and watch the old man make a tale of itself occasionally here and there and yonder, that's cool too. YouTube for me is just sharing. It isn't about money. I got the first check from YouTube the first payment from YouTube in January, the whole time I've been on YouTube. And it's, you know, appreciative I got something, but it's just hardly, I'm going to tell you, if I was allowed to keep the ads off, the money right now is sure as crack. It ain't worth it. I'm telling you. If you're doing this to make money at my level, you're in deep doo-doo. You have to be up there, and you really have to have a big subscriber base and churn videos out to make some decent money at this stuff. Most of us are folks like me who just like sharing and inviting you into our lives and our shops. And that's what this is about. It's not about the little bit of financial reimbursement we get. And it's sometimes it ain't really worth it for all the ads that you guys got to put up with. So, you know, I apologize, but hey, they own the platform. They make the rules. We just have to abide by them. And with that being said, I'm planning on staying on YouTube. It might have been mentioned in this video about that. And I look at it like this is where I was at. This is the best platform for this kind of stuff. And the only thing I think could even change it, maybe a few of the bigger ones do escape it. It may move it, but I don't think it's going to take the machining community to do it. I really think it's got to take somebody to go virtual viral. Some of these other genres, you know me, to be honest with you. Well, with all that being said, you guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, have a great day. We'll see you in that very next video we put together here. And I hope you enjoyed yourself, your little visit in my shop. Thank you and have a great day.